Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, is it ever different without my backdrop down there? Hi, it's me, Pika the Root Angelique. My backdrop is gone. I am in the process of moving my house around because we're painting and we're going to be selling it soon and we're moving. So exciting. Yeah, probably always in the next 4 months or so, or 5 months. April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, 5 months. We're going to be having the whole house repainted and flooring and all the upgrades and all the things. And so I had to move my studio to a different area of my home. I'm going to have a part of it down there, a part of it in a different area. Oh, it's going to be just whatever. But we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. It's going to be okay. I'm going to keep posting daily videos through the April, May, June, and we'll see how July and August goes, but I'm pretty sure I'll continue posting daily videos. I think I'm just going to move into some shorts and share an explanation in the bottom part of the comments area about what's going on with the shorts. But anyway, a lot going on. So I have been busy. And today I want to talk about the day that I went for a walk and Horton, I don't know. I don't really know if he passed out or if he actually died that day and I brought him back to life. I'm really not sure. But it was an absolutely scary day. So what happened was I was going for a walk. The dogs wanted to come with me, so I got them on their leash, and I had my other grand dog here at the time, Tonto, and we were just going to go for a short little walk to the corner to go to get the mail. And so off we went, and we were walking, and then there was a truck coming, and it stopped, and it said, "Wave me by." So I went to go by, and Tonto was no problem. He took off, and he was ready to go, and then Horton took a couple of steps and then just stopped, was frozen. And I kind of tugged on his leash a little bit. "Come on, buddy, come on, let's go, come on, let's go." And so I tugged a little, I tugged again, and I was trying to hold Tonto back, and I looked back, and all of a sudden Horton had fallen. So I went over, I picked him up, and I was like, okay, he doesn't want to walk across the street. So I picked him up, brought him across the street, got him to the other side of the sidewalk, and I looked down, and he just went limp in my arms, just nothing to him. I screamed and I shook him, and he wasn't coming back to awareness of what was going on. And I shook him and I shook him and I shook him and I shook him, and he still. So I ran back. The truck was now coming towards me. I ran around the truck, and I was screaming, "My dog is dead! My dog is dead! I need help! My dog! My dog!" I was freaking out. And as I was running to my house, I had him flipped on his back and my arms, and I was pounding on his chest, just pounding on his chest. And I got in the house, and my husband was sitting on the couch with his headphones on that are you can't hear anything outside of them. So I was standing in the door entranceway of our home, and I'm screaming at him, and he's not. And so then I started like flailing around, and he like, what's going on? And I was like, Horton, he's dead, and I don't know what to do. And I was like freaking out, and I was hitting on Horton, pounding on him. By the time my husband had got up off the couch and came over to see what the heck all the commotion was really about, kind of got himself figured out, like all the hysteria, what was happening. It took him a second to kind of realize what was happening. And by the time he came over, Horton had opened his eyes and kind of was like, and kind of like, came back, if you will. And it was freaking terrifying. And then anyway, so he came back, and it probably took him a good, I'd say 2 or 3 hours before he could actually like get up and actually start walking normally. It took him a little bit, and then he got up and he kind of was walking sideways a little bit, and then he kind of was like, oh, and then so he basically just sat in my lap, and I just pet him and held him, and again did some Reiki on him and myself and my husband and our house, and and Tonto, and I explained to Tonto it was okay, and I made sure that Tonto was reassured that he didn't do anything wrong. And it was just, yeah, it was really a terrifying thing, and that was a time that I really thought that he was gone. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know. But we survived that. And then we had noticed a few other things that were happening with him after that. And that was kind of the first clues that we had to take him to the doctor again. And we took him to the doctor because he had a heart murmur like sometime before that, but she said, that could just be whatever it is. It is just, it's there, right? Could kind of evolve into something maybe, but she just said just to be aware of that there was a heart murmur there. And so when we took him back to the vet for a checkup after this incident had happened, and I phoned the vet the next day or a couple days later, and told them what happened, and they said they would like to do a thorough exam of him. So they did a thorough exam of him, and they realized that he had fluid around his lungs, and that he had a heart condition that was congestive heart failure, I think they called it. And so, he wasn't supposed to be too active. He wasn't supposed to be going on walks anymore. And he wasn't, like, there were certain things that he wasn't supposed to do. Well, we went down to the dog park, and he wouldn't play with the other dogs, but he'd walk beside me, and we'd walk over to a bench, and we'd sit down, and he would sit down beside me. And if he didn't want to walk there, he would just lay down, and I'd pick him up and bring him with me. But I didn't want to just leave him in the house and like take the other dogs or whatever. So I took him with me all the time. Everywhere I went, we went together. And we went on a big long holiday together, and it was beautiful. Thinking back now, I think that was probably pretty hard on his heart because we were in the mountains and not thinking about that. But I think that might have affected his heart a little bit too. But we got this amazing trip, and we got to go do it together, which was beautiful. But that walk to the mailbox, I haven't walked to the mailbox since. So this week sometime, I'm going to push myself to just go for a walk to the mailbox. Yeah. It's probably not going to be easy, but I'm going to do a little bit of laughter yoga before I go. And when I get home, I'll do some breath work and do some journaling if I need to. But I'm going to give myself that, I don't really want to call it a challenge, but permission to walk to the mailbox again. Horton passed away in October, and this would have happened probably in July, because we went away in August, so it would have been in July that this happened. And I haven't walked to the mailbox since. My husband's been picking up the mail. So, yeah. Funny how, not funny, but kind of, I don't know what the word is, how things that we just naturally do, and then all of a sudden we get this trauma around it, and it creates this barrier that prevents us from going and doing this, and giving ourselves permission to go through that again and to be experiencing that, whatever that is, permission to laugh in that, permission to find the joy in what that was. Maybe not in that particular moment, but maybe there was other times around that there was some joy. Permission to just kind of have that laughter as you work through that, and to really explore those emotions and those feelings, and to really connect with them, whether it's tears, whether it's silence, whether it's frustration, whatever, anger, guilt, whatever it is that's coming up, just to really explore them. And, perhaps even journal, if journaling is your thing. I like to journal, but I don't write a lot. I like to draw and doodle and scribble and scratch sometimes. And sometimes I scratch through 3 or 4 pieces of paper. But it's a great release for me. Having a hot shower, having a cold shower, just letting that water wash off that. There's a few different things that you could do if you're interested in doing that or exploring some different ideas amongst yourself as well. But laughter is definitely one that helps me. And then some nice breath work as well. So just to really be consciously breathing, to be very aware of the breath, and to really connect with that breath and to allow whatever that emotion is to just stir, navigate it, and let it go. And yeah, so that's my story about Horton and me and one of his 9 lives. But let's do mailbox laughter. Let's imagine we're opening up, put your key in the mailbox and you open up the door and you look inside and you grab a piece of paper and it's a note from somebody you haven't heard from in a long time. Oh, maybe you read it with a little gibberish. Gibberish is also a great way to help navigate those emotions, and you don't even have to connect that this is anger, this is guilt, this is just jibber jabber. Nobody needs to know what you're sharing. Nobody needs to know if it's angry. It might sound angry, it might sound sad, it might sound whatever, but gibberish is a great way to take the connection of what it is, maybe towards a person, or towards a situation, and to just let it release. So let's imagine we're reading this note in gibberish, and we'll add a little giggle. Are you ready? So what I'm trying to release is the anxiety of going to the mailbox is what I'm trying to release. So gibberish should help me move through that. All right, let's imagine that. Oh, take a deep breath in. Feel the release and exhale. Small shift, no shift. Let me know in the comments. All right. Have a beautiful day. Remember to share a smile with a stranger. You never know. It may just change their day. And I'll catch you tomorrow for my beginning of my top 10 ways, I believe it is. I think I have top 10 ways of how you can honor your pet in a memorial of some sort. All right. Have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's clip. Ciao for now.